face.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to T-Town Raids. My name is Travis, bringing you another war recap video. Sitting over on my mini account today, Matifer. Gonna jump right into the war log here and look. This was a war versus a clan called LT. They did not give us very much competition, 40 to 29. They, however, did use most of their attacks, so I will scroll through and show you. This is what you get whenever you use Go Wipe 99% of the time. I think that's what all of their attacks were. So you do get an occasional 3-star whenever the walls aren't decent or the troops path perfectly, but other than that, it's a horrible strategy. So we're going to start off here up top with number 2, hit from Travis. This is actually my main account. This is actually a Max Town Hall 10. It's a shattered Go Valk attack with a few wizards to back up. So going to go ahead and start it off with an earthquake to open up the core. A couple of wall breakers on the 9 o'clock and the 12 o'clock side, just to open up the walls. Going to send a Valkyrie, or sorry, going to send a Golem and a Giant into the bottom compartment there, followed up by the Archer Queen and a couple of Valkyries just to create a nice funnel so that the Valkyries can go into that core without having trouble of them pathing around. You know that if you can get the core down in these bases are pretty much toast. So once the funnel starts to be made, I go ahead and send the 20 Valkyries in, followed up by the Grand Warden. Got a Rage, a Heal, and a Freeze for them. Just gonna kind of wait for the attack to develop into the core. Once the Valkyries get into the core, drop the Rage. Watch how quickly this town at the hall and the core goes down. Boom! It's already dead. After I watch this attack, look like I probably honestly didn't even need the freeze. Didn't get to freeze much because the Valkyries killed it so quick. CC Hound busts. Go ahead and pop the Warden's ability. Valkyries are running around like crazy. I'm just kind of swinging their axes, chopping down defenses left and right. Heroes are still pretty full on health, and then Golem on the top right just busted into Golemites. But the pups are actually doing quite a bit of damage here. Don't have anything to really attack them other than the Queen, and she's on the other side of the map. Just so if you don't know this, that the Grand Warden, when he's set to ground, he will not shoot his laser up and hit the pups. He will only shoot ground troops. So as you can see, this attack looks like it's petering out, but it's just another Golem and just enough of archers and a Barb King up there to tank for this Archer Queen. I'm going to speed it up slightly because it's just a real slow cleanup. Goes ahead and takes care of that cannon. As you can see, I dropped the minion over on the cannon, but it doesn't have enough time, but it does get it down to a one-shot. And then the last, the most important player on the raid, the Golemite. Nice job, Golemite. All right. Nice attack to start the war recap. Alright, going to move down a couple of spots to number 5. This is an attack from Stewdog versus Kestis, and this is another Valkyrie attack. Slight variation. This is a 3 Golem Valkyrie attack. Only decides to bring 15 Golems. He brings CC Golems because his Valkyries are only level 4, which makes this attack all the more impressive. Drops his first 2 Golems, followed up by the 3rd Golem. Just get a nice wide spread. Gonna slowly put in the Wizards once everything is being tanked from the Golems. Drops wall breakers in on the left and the right side just to go ahead and open up the top compartment so he can get a nice even push with his troops. Once wizards are down, he's going to go ahead and drop in his Valkyries and just let the attack develop. As you can see with these Valkyries, once they get into that rage, the core or any defenses, even if they're high hit point defenses, go down very, very quickly. As you can watch, he's going to go ahead and freeze that core and rage the core. The core goes down fairly quickly. Dragon's still up. Archer Queen moves up, takes out the dragon and the CC balloons, goes ahead and drops a jump and a heal, and he's going to go basically open up this entire map to those Valkyries. He's got a Golems in the right pocket tanking for the Barb King, and then the Valkyries on the left, basically on the left side of the pocket, doing most of the heavy lifting. Valkyries run around taking out defenses. Archer Queen decides to take a walk around the outside just because that wall was open, and then that was the next closest building. So now basically what he's doing is he's just waiting to heal him. Decides to drop his heal once the big bomb goes off so he can heal up the whole pack. So now he's really just waiting to use his haste, but it wouldn't even matter. He's got enough Valkyries up that this base is already toasted. So going to go ahead and speed it up. A nice attack from Stu. Alright. These Valkyrie attacks are pretty overpowered right now. If you haven't been using them, I suggest you try. This is a pretty, I'd say this is a newer Town Hall 10, but it had higher level Infernos and not point defense, but Teslas. And he only has level 4 Valkyries, but as you can see, went ahead and 3-starred this base with him. Alright, gonna move down to number 11. Attack from Miles versus E. This is actually going to be I believe, a shattered Valkyrie attack. Some things that I can't quite figure out is that Miles decides to lure the CC and then he tries to drop a poison on it. I can't remember if he's been sitting out for war for a while, but since the update, you know that the CC troops, unless engaged, they will always run from the poison spell. Now they don't just sit in it and die. So, but as you can see, he drops his golems with a decent spread. I might have spread them out a little bit more. Sends his wizards in to create the funnel. Drops in the Barb King and the Archer Queen. Barb King looks like he's going to take a walk, but I think he's going to get aggroed from that P.E.K.K.A. As you can see, since his troops weren't on that P.E.K.K.A. very quickly, look how quickly his golems went down. I mean, his golems are basically evaporated. If it wasn't for his 4 heals, I think this might not have been a 3-star raid. But as you can see, he's got 4 heals, so he's in 20 hogs, and there's no spots for double bombs. Looks like there might be a spot on the north. I'll show you. Looks like there could have been a spot here and here, but it turns out that that's only Teslas. So he's going to go ahead and use his first 2-3 heals really early, because he knows that basically when his hogs get to that Tesla farm, the hogs can't survive that many Teslas if they're all shooting the exact same hog. So he just goes ahead and uses his heals on his hogs very early, and once they get through the Tesla farm, there's just not much DPS for this base to take out that many hogs. He's got at least probably 15 hogs up. He's even got some level 6 hogs in there. Skeletons and that kind of were a threat. They still are a threat, but those level 6 hogs, they're beast. I mean, they can really take a beating. Gonna go ahead and speed it up here because as you can see, it's only cleanup. But if you look at this base, there's only one spot for a double bomb set, and it's right here. His bomb sets were right here and right here. If you ever see a base like this, go ahead and take out the Archer Queen, take out the CC, and then just heal and hog the whole base. Really bad design, but a really good attack from our boy Miles. Good job, Miles. Alright, gonna move down a couple of spots to number 13. This is an attack from Zach on a guy named, I'm gonna call him D. This is actually a 4 golem 2 jump GoHog attack, and I really like this attack. What we do know from this attack previously is that this area right here is not a double bomb. It actually, is that enough space? Looks like there might be enough space, but I can't quite tell. No, there's not enough space for a double bomb. So he's going to go ahead and drop his 2 golems in at the top, 2 golems in at the bottom, and reinforce them with wizards. His CC comes out. He's going to go ahead and poison it. Yeah, they're engaged, so they're actually going to stay inside that poison. Going to go ahead and send his 2 golems in at the bottom. He's going to use a jump to get to that Archer Queen. And once the Archer Queen goes down and the CC is taken care of, he's got 14 hogs and 2 heals. He's just going to launch his hogs straight at the top left corner. Though it looks like there could be room for a double bomb set, but there's actually not room for it because the expos are off-centered. Looks like the golems are finally getting through the first row of defenses, and once they start tanking for the center, he goes ahead and sends his whole hog train in. He's basically saving his heals for right here because he knows that there's going to be bombs right there. So that's really the only threat for this base, especially with these Town Hall 8 defenses. The point defense on the Town Hall 8 defenses just aren't quite as strong as the Town Hall 9 defenses, and the hogs at level 5 and level 6 are just pretty meaty and pretty tanky and can kind of run through these defenses fairly easy. Goes ahead and sends in a bunch of backside wizards that he decided to save for extra quick cleanup. As you can see, these hogs are running through these defenses fairly quickly. Only got 2 defenses left. He decides to go ahead and poison the Barb King, and he runs from it. He must have saw a wizard, decided that he liked wizard better than hog. Doesn't make sense to me, but as you can see, no defenses up. Time for cleanup. So go ahead and speed it up. Nice attack, Zach. All right. Got one more attack to show you. I'm going to point a couple of things out from the attack that I really liked. This attack from Ian versus a guy named, let's see, Aegis. All right, let me pause it here real quick. And if you look, Zach decides to bring 4 earthquakes and 3 heals and no poison. Question you might ask yourself, hey, is when do I bring earthquakes versus jumps? Well, the jumps at level Town Hall 9 are only maxed at level 2. It's 40 seconds. They run out fairly quickly. At Town Hall 10, they're long enough to just drop them early and let the troops get through. If you drop your jumps too early on Town Hall 9, they actually will run out. But here, let me show you what he does. He actually decides to earthquake this section right here. Move that here, and what the walls that he gets are these walls right here. But let me show you what that actually opens up. That opens up this entire part of the base for the entire raid. That's basically what is opened for the cost of 2. He just basically trades out 2 of his poisons, and he swaps his jump for an earthquake. So he gets, I would say, in my opinion, 75% of this base opened for 4 earthquakes. If that is the case, you should do it. If not, stick with the jump. But I tend to like the earthquake more unless I think I need a poison for my CC. But that is when you bring an earthquake versus when you bring a jump. But let's go ahead and start the raid. As you can see, he drops his earthquake nice and early before the raid even starts. Open up all those pockets, gets just enough of that center pocket to open up the entire core. So basically now the whole base is completely exposed. Starts out with a couple of wizards up top just to go ahead and take care of some of the trash. Drops his golems in at different angles so they can target. They're actually going to, looks like they're going to target the same defense for some reason, but they're actually going to be close enough together to still keep the cannons to the cannon point defenses targeting the golems. Going to go ahead and send in some Valkyries. They decided to take a walk on him. Barb King takes a walk on him. If he would have dropped that at a different angle, I believe that the Barb King would have gone in. P.E.K.K.A comes out of the CC. I believe that he's got a giant and a wizard that are on it. Archer Queen's going to come around here and start attacking it. But now, as you can see, the golems went into the center, so he's going to kind of just drop an Asian wall over here behind the left side of the defenses, and then he's got 3 heals, so he's going to heal them up. He can basically heal the entire side of the space. And as I'll show you another thing on this base, if you look, there's no 2x8 spaces. 2x4 spaces for no double bomb sets. If there's no 2x4 spaces, you know that you can just basically bring 3 or 4 heals, take care of the CC, take care of the Archer Queen, and then just really hog the rest of the base. It's fairly easy, but you just need a good eye and some good practice. So he actually brings a couple balloons for the backside, doesn't even need them, decides to save 2 of them in a wizard. But as you can see, all the defenses are down, and he's going to go ahead and drop them a balloon down for some extra quick cleanup. But Ian's only got level 4 hogs. He's a newer Town Hall 9, and he is starting to wreck bases. So I love it, dude. Ian, keep up the good work, my friend. All these techniques that you learn at the lower levels, lower Town Hall 9 levels, are 100% applicable at the upper Town Hall 9 to Town Hall 11 levels. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. As you can see, common theme lately, Valkyries are still overpowered. Hogs, in my opinion, are still the best Town Hall 9 troop to learn. No air attacks from us, as we're mainly ground attacks just because that's how the bases were set up. But guys, if you like the video, go ahead and hit like. If you have not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe if you like the content that you're seeing. Biggest way you can help me is leave a comment, good or bad, or give me some content ideas, because I will make the videos that you want to see, not the videos that I want to see. Alright guys, this is Travis from T-Town Raids. Peace.